Hey, now we are back. It's been a while since I've done an autograph analysis, and I apologize for that. People who watch this know I'm going through a divorce, so that's coming to an end. Yay! So I keep you my autographs, I think. Yay! But we're at Nelson Fox, Jacob Nelson Fox. Interesting. I mean, you look at his statistics. He was like a 15-time All-Star. Granted, several years those they had 2 All-Star games, so take those away, he's like an 11-time All-Star, which is still a lot. He was the last second baseman before Dustin Pedroia to win the MVP at the second base. I think that was like around 1960. But his career numbers, they don't jump out at you. I mean, like not a lot of home runs. I mean, 2,600 hits, 288 hitter. It reminds me a little bit of Harold Baines, to be honest, in the back of my mind. Every time you see a picture of Nelson Fox on a baseball card, on a picture, on a postcard, it's like this. Well, I can't do it well because he had chewing tobacco in his mouth. He was a very heavy chewing tobacco, and he died at 47 of skin cancer because of the chewing tobacco, which is my age. So that's kind of scary when you think about it. So he got in the Hall of Fame in 1997. Interesting thing about him, he fell just short on his last year of the Baseball Writers Association, getting like 74.7%. And then, so 1996, he got the required 75% votes, but because the way the rules were at the time, they could only put one person in. So they put Jim Bunning in instead of Nelson Fox. My guess is because Jim Bunning was still a senator at the time. A lot of good PR, but who knows? Who knows? Bottom line, he did get in 1997, over 20 years after his death. The good thing is, even though he died very young and like shortly thereafter his career ended, it's not a rare autograph. He was a great signer, which is really good. So without any further analysis, let's take a look at the autograph analysis of Jacob Nelson, better known as Nellie Fox. So I'm going to start here. This is my autograph. This is a signed check. And what's rare about the signed check, rare about the signature, I want to say, on the signed check, you don't see him that often, is he signed the J right here. As we look shortly, most autographs were signed either Nellie or Nelson Fox. So the J is, you're probably only going to see those on a check. Maybe if a contract has come out, I don't know if it has. Let's look at the PSA database. I haven't looked at it that closely, to be absolutely honest with you. So again, what you're looking for, what I'm looking for in a Nelson Fox is usually he signs it Nelson Fox, not Nellie Fox, even though he was known for. The N sort of has this little loop right here. The F loops around again. You're looking for a break between the N and the F. The F should be a 2-stroke F coming down like right here. And the F comes down. And most common is the O and the X. The O should be attached to the X. Now, later in life, when this was signed, again, later life's not that late. This, I don't think it was signed when this first came out. The O and the X is all one loop, and it's kind of like half an infinity sign if you see it right here. He usually signs on an angle. It's going to be very bouncy. It's not going to be like on a straight line. But like I said, the N and the F should be the lowest letters. And again, these are all good right here. Baseballs, again, you can see right here the infinity sign, the O. Sometimes you're going to see the open O, sometimes you're not. But again, you want to see a 2-stroke F. You see the little loop here. You see the little loop here. I mean, they look pretty common right here. Again, I'm looking for the loop. You can see the O. Looks like a little bit earlier in the career, sometimes the X was not a single, it was a double signed X. But again, as they got later in life, it's very common to see that loop. It looks like he was starting it here. But again, everything on the PSA database is good. So even here is like a contract. He still signed it Nelson Fox, not even the J Nelson. But you can see right here, it's a 2-stroke X. But you can still see the little loop right here, the little loop right here, and a 2-stroke. And again, a lot of bounces, but the F should be the lowest here. The N is lowest here. I know it's not right here, probably because, again, a signed contract. But again, low N, low F. Again, 2-stroke X right here. So again, his autograph was pretty common, pretty standard throughout the entire career, which is really nice. So again, not rare at all. I think this is a little bit later in life. Oh, this is probably a very early autograph of his. And the reason why I say that, you see the full Jacob. I haven't seen that ever, to be honest, until I saw this one. Although it looks like he signed it later, or maybe this is the contract because they had Jacob Nelson Fox. He had to sign it. But you can still see the N dipping down, the F dipping down. He signed it twice, obviously. So again, now this is a bank check, and the bank checks are out there. I mean, they're good. When I first looked for a bank check, they said they were rare. They're not that rare. $200 to $300 for a bank check for a government postcard. about 100 or 150 for like just a regular nice autograph. We'll get to prices in a second. So you should be getting the feel right here. Again, here's the, usually there's an O. It's rare that the F goes straight to the X. I don't usually see that at all. I guess it's the first time I've seen that. But again, this is what you're looking for right here. Break in the end. F dips down a lot. You got the open O straight to the X. I mean, if we go to Heritage right here, I sorted this by, I get prices sold. And you can see right here, cards were common. Again, there's that big thing of water tobacco. Now, obviously, baseballs, because the single side baseballs are getting much more collectible, for lack of a better term. They're going for more money. The last one here is now a year and a half ago. And again, you can see that $1,600. So it's obviously more, where it's just a card signed during his career, much cheaper, $115. Again, $7,800. I don't know who the Bill Fundero collection is, but good for him. $7,800. That's just obscene money to me. I wouldn't, even if I had the money, I don't think I would pay for that. But again, here's a check. Again, this is before another boom. But again, this is a common check, $132. So, I mean, you moving to eBay, I mean, there's plenty of there's quite a few autographs out there of all mediums, 300. But again, I think 300 is even high. 219 probably fair, although the government postcard looks a little stressed. Again, a check, $4 for a check, a lot of money, especially with cancellations going through. I know a check sold not that long ago for $225. So as you keep going down, you'll see a government postcard. This is a good price, but unfortunately, people put tape all over the postcard. So it would take me away from that. So that's about it with Nelson Fox. Like I said, Hall of Famer, died young, died my age. I mean, that's scary. That's really scary. But the good thing is, not tough at all. We're going to move on from Nelson Fox to Jimmy Fox, who will be much tougher. And I didn't forget about Bud Fowler. It's just maybe another day we can deal about him. He's a whole separate issue altogether. So, but glad I'm back. I'm going to try and do Jimmy Fox much sooner than it took me between Foster and Nelson Fox. Please hit the subscribe button, and no matter what, keep collecting.